Welcome to my channel, Veterans Legacy. Today, I want you to sit back, put your headphones on, and feel this story, not just hear it. This is more than a tale about soldiers and war. It's about legacy, respect, history, and the weight a man can carry in his heart long after the battlefield has gone quiet. This is the story of a U.S. Marine who laughed when he asked an old man for his call sign, and the moment, Old Bear, made that laugh die in his throat. The military base was unusually quiet that evening. The sun was melting into the horizon like a slow-burning candle. Shadows stretched across the training field where young Marines were finishing drills, boots pounding the ground in unison like steel drums of thunder. Recruit Tyler Bennett, 19 years old, fresh out of training, muscles filled with pride and ego, was the loudest of them all. Confidence, or arrogance, depending on who watched, radiated off him like heat from desert concrete. That night, after chow, Tyler and his squad sat outside the armory, telling stories, trading jokes, boasting about strength, speed, courage, everything young Marines are eager to prove. Then they saw him, an old man, weathered like driftwood and slow-stepping toward the infirmary building. His beard was white as frost. His uniform, though outdated, was pristine. His chest carried ribbons and medals like galaxies across deep space. Yet his presence was quiet. No swagger, no show. Tyler leaned forward, smirking. "Yo, who's Grandpa?" he whispered to his buddies. One Marine elbowed him. "Careful, heard that man's a legend. Fought in wars before half of us were born." Tyler brushed it off. Legends didn't limp. Legends didn't look tired. Legends didn't have eyes that seemed permanently fixed on some horizon only they could see. When the old veteran reached their group, he nodded politely. "Evening, gentlemen." His voice wasn't weak. It was deep, gravelly, like distant thunder rolling through mountains. Tyler stood up, blocking his path. "And your call sign, old-timer?" "Every Marine has one." The veteran stopped, lifted his gaze slowly. Tyler felt something cold move through the air, an energy shift, subtle but unmistakable. The old man smiled gently, but his eyes were a battlefield. "They called me Old Bear." Tyler laughed, loud, too loud. His squad chuckled nervously, unsure. "Old Bear," Tyler repeated mockingly. "What did you do? Hibernate all war long?" Before anyone else could breathe, the air around them changed. The old man, Old Bear, stepped closer. Not fast, not threatening. Just close enough for Tyler to see the scars lining his neck like claw marks no beast could have made. His voice dropped to a whisper only Tyler could hear. "Son, I've eaten war for breakfast." The laughter died instantly. Tyler's heartbeat stumbled. Old Bear wasn't joking. The commanding officer stepped out of the building just then. He saw the old man and froze. Not out of fear, out of respect so deep it rooted him like a tree. "General Isaac Barrett," the officer breathed. "Sir, we weren't expecting you until tomorrow." Tyler's brain stuttered. General, not just a veteran, not just a soldier, a man whose stories shaped training manuals, whose name haunted war maps, whose reputation filled textbooks. Old Bear turned his gaze back to Tyler. "You think war looks like medals and muscles?" he asked. "It looks like brothers buried in dirt. It looks like empty chairs at Christmas. It sounds like names you speak into folded flags." Tyler swallowed hard, the weight of those words crashing like waves against youth. Old Bear continued walking to the hall, but the officer stopped him. "Sir, if you have time, these Marines would be honored to hear one of your stories." Silence fell thick and heavy. Even the wind seemed to stop and listen. Old Bear sat slowly on a bench. The young recruits gathered around like children around a campfire. Tyler sat front row, eyes lowered, pride broken like brittle glass. Old Bear inhaled, as though pulling memories from a place no man should revisit. "I was 22, he began softly, "Vietnam. They dropped us into jungle thick enough to swallow daylight. My squad, 6 men, we were family more than soldiers. I was their sergeant then, but they called me Bear because I was bigger, louder, angrier than the rest. War chews innocence fast." He paused, and the crackle of distant training gunfire snapped like ghosts through the night. One night, ambush came. The kind that leaves no mercy. We were outnumbered 10 to 1. Bullets like hornets. Jungle exploding. Men screaming. Boys dying. His hands trembled slightly, not with weakness, but with the memory of holding rifles slick with blood. I dragged 3 of my men out. 2 I carried across my shoulders. 1 I buried myself. He made me promise to tell his mother he wasn't scared. Truth is, we both were. But I kept that promise. A young Marine wiped his eyes, trying to hide the softness beneath camouflage. Old Bear's gaze drifted beyond the base, beyond the sunset, to someplace only he could see. I survived, he whispered. But survival isn't winning. It's a scar you wear forever. War doesn't end when peace is declared. It ends when memory fades, and mine hasn't. His voice cracked. Just once, a sound like a flag tearing slowly. The youngest Marine stared at him with a reverence no training could teach. Tyler felt something warm burn in his chest. Shame, respect, awakening, all tangled like barbed wire. He stood, saluted sharply. Sir, he said, steady this time, I was wrong to laugh at you. I didn't understand. Old Bear nodded, eyes softer now. You will, he said. When you've lost someone you die to protect. Until then, carry respect like armor. The base remained silent long after the old general left. Tyler stayed seated, staring at the ground, his heart changed forever. In the next months, his attitude shifted. He trained harder, listened deeper, helped others more, carried his rifle not with pride, but with purpose. Years later, Tyler deployed. And when fear came for him, when war tested the shape of his courage, he remembered Old Bear's voice, steady like stone. Protect your brothers, honor the fallen, and never forget the price of living. Tyler fought bravely, not because he wanted glory, but because he had finally learned what it meant to wear the uniform. He returned home with scars of his own. But unlike before, he carried legacy instead of ego. Old Bear never knew how much he changed that one Marine. But legacy is like fire. Touch one wick, and it can light the world. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you of the weight veterans carry long after the battlefield goes silent, honor them. Remember them. Respect them. Thank you for watching Veterans Legacy. If you felt something while listening, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that deserve to be told. And never forget, heroes don't ask for recognition, but they deserve to be remembered.